now we're going to turn our attention to Lisa Manzi, who is the technology teacher at Michael Smith Middle School, South Hadley, and she also teaches our MAT Teaching with Technology class here at Mount Holyoke. And so, Lisa, if you could turn on your video and unmute your mic.
Hello. Okay. So we're going to start with Socrative or Socrative. I have no idea which way they pronounce it. I hear it different ways. Oh, okay. Slideshow. Okay, so, you know, as a teacher, I'm looking for tools that make my life easier and help me better understand, you know, and get to know what my students need to know and need to work harder on, what they've already mastered. It can cut down on a lot of grading time, and I know our time is very, very valuable. And the increased time that you have, you can spend more time with your students, and it increases the interaction with your students. It gives you quantitative, formative assessments that you can really model around exactly what you're teaching. So you can find, you know, make your own questions and, you know, get some real positive feedback to be more aware of student learning. So some of the things you can do in Socrative are you can make your own quizzes. You can edit your own assessments. So you can have the questions specifically for what you've been teaching. And you can, once they're created, you can use them anytime. So it's going to save you a lot of time. You kind of build the assessments on the front end, but then every time you give that assessment, it's there for you to use. So you can use them over and over again if you need to do more review, or you can use them each time you teach that unit. The reporting aspect, it allows you to see it on screen. It allows you to export it to an Excel spreadsheet, to a PDF. So if you need to share for your evaluations, you need to show, you know, how student learning, how students are moving forward. You can do that as well, and you can export it for evaluation purposes. You can create your own classrooms. Very easy to join. You can give your classroom a unique name. I think mine is Manzi Tech, and you can see the results in real time as it's happening. The students really do enjoy using it. So let's just take a quick look at how it works. So there we go. Okay, so this is the website. It's just socrative.com. The student login would be right here, but I'm going to show you from the teacher login portion. But then we're going to do an activity, and you're going to go in. If you can have access to it, I'm going to have you go in on your computer to play a little game. So you just sign in. And these are your options. You have, you know, quizzes. Space race is kind of fun. That's what we're going to try to do with this group. You can do exit tickets, which are really great to set up. Kids love to just kind of quickly log in. They can give you a kind of a check for understanding, and off they go. Multiple choice, true, false, short answers. Your quizzes are all saved, as you can see here. I've got a couple here. There's our village quiz that we're going to do today. You have different rooms. You have one room. If you do pro, you can have multiple rooms. And here's your reports. So you can kind of look at your reports. You can export your reports. They'll save for you right here. And you can look at the results. So right now, what I'd like to do is I'm going to show you how to launch a space race, and hopefully everybody has the ability to participate. And we're going to do the village quiz. I think some of the Mount Holyoke students might have an advantage on this one. And I will say for number of teams, we'll just do 2 teams. So what this one does, the space race, it puts kids into teams. So it's not individual. You'll get their results, but as they answer the questions correctly, you'll see the character move across the screen, and it can get really loud. Let's do a unicorn. All right, no countdown, and you can shuffle the questions if you want. You have a lot of choices here. All right, so we're gonna start it. All right, and what you need to do is go to Socrative.com and go in as a student. And let me see if, I don't know if it'll allow me if I'm already logged in. And you have to, the login is Manzi Tech. So that's what's right here on the top of my screen, MANZITECH. And what you guys can do is when you log in, you can start answering the questions. Oh, the blue team's got the lead. And the magenta team has tied it up. And the blue team's pulling ahead. When you have a classroom full of students, this gets out of hand. So there we go. Magenta is falling behind. I don't know how many are participating from here. Other questions. And is everybody done with their questions? Even if you don't know the answer, just guess. All right, so it looks like the blue team won. Okay, and I went on to reports, and the results are there, and then you can look at your reports here. The Village quiz, and I can view the chart. You can get reports. So this is the chart here, and I've got it so it's hiding names, and you would get results on the questions and how people did. All right, so nobody got question 2, 3, or 4 correct, so I would have to go back and reteach that with the students. And if you had an individual one, all the students would be listed there. So what's nice about this is you can see how each individual student does, but you can also see how your questions are answered. So that gives you a lot of feedback so you can improve your teaching by reevaluating how you're answering questions, what's understood, what's not understood. So hopefully that gives you a decent idea. This is a free program as well, so it's nice to use.